Well, hold on one second. I didn't press record, but I forgot to grab something. Well, but like my man No Shack Life. Well. What's going on, smokers? And these are the people that like pro wrestling. Welcome to Pro Wrestling Smoke. I think it's episode 14. And it's Monday. It's 5 o'clock. Y'all already know what I'm talking about today. We previewed that SummerSlam. And I'm going to get to that in a minute, as well as some other stuff, tidbit, wrestling stuff I want to get to before I get to SummerSlam, because night 2, I was going to say, was worse than night 1. But I might have changed my mind, so we'll get to that in a second. So, y'all know who it is. You know what it is. I'm Kavanaugh the Southern Champ, a.k.a. the Point Rap Star. You know, the wonderful host of this wonderful pro wrestling podcast. Also, you know that we got sponsorship. First off, we got PassDat Apparel. You can find him at T Public. I talked to him the other day. He got some new designs on the way. Trust me, fire. He's gonna be sending me some stuff that I'm gonna be wearing on the show. So be on the lookout for it. So PassDat Apparel. You can find that at PassDat Inhalation Partners, POTNAS. Just how I spelled it on T Public. Also, what's the best kind of smoke you need? I got the best kind of smoke you can have. I'm talking about the king of THCA, SmokeKind.com. Get it mailed to your door, people. Get it mailed to your door. Referral link in the description. And last but not least, Sara J CBD. She has a wonderful self-care CBD line. We talking about creams, bath bombs, and so forth. So use the promo code BOBBIE, BOBBIE. Capital letters. I'm going to say it again. BOBBIE, BOBBIE. Not with the Y. And my name ain't Robert, my friend. You feel me? To get 10% off of your order on sarajcbd.com. All right, people. Also, don't forget about the flagship podcast. I'm talking about STO Smokers Lounge. I drop episodes on Tuesdays. I do a solo episode on Thursday and bonus smoke Fridays. That's right, people. And I even twice a month give you something on Monday called Special Smoke. And it's all about the adult film industry. Well, except for Thursdays. Thursdays, just me, just being me. You feel me? But it's all about that. This is the safe space for the porn stars to come and spill that smoke about the industry, sex, life, and everything in between. You feel me? So there you go. And also don't forget to check out the Premium Smoke Room on Loyal Fans. Please subscribe over there. That's my Risque Podcast Network, as well as I got a subscription side on Spotify. You know, I don't feel like getting into all of that right now. So let's get into some things. So before I get into SummerSlam, I saw that TNA is talking to, I think, Discovery and CW for a possible show. Now, I find this interesting that CW's in the mix. I'm not surprised that CW is in the mix just because they got NXT on there. And I tell people this, NXT may not get a lot of viewership on the TVs, but there's people that do have the apps for CW. And like me, I catch the replay when it comes on the app because I don't have cable. This is how I keep with NXT. So not it. Soon as TNA connected with WWE, it was a foregone conclusion they were going to end up getting the TV contract at some point. So I'm interested to see how that's going to fall, how that's going to get down, how that's going to end up happening, And I remember when it was on Spike TV, after WWE left, WWE Raw left, and everything. And then, of course, they were on Axis, but Axis is so far down the goddamn list. You know what I'm saying? At least with CW, you probably in more homes. And a little closer to the top, of the first 10, channels on cable and everything. I'm starting to see that TNA. I told y'all this a long time ago. I said the WWE is going to end up becoming like the NWA. And there you go. So just like back in the day with the territories, you have it here like that now. Because also Dominic Mysterio is supposed to be being interjected into a 4-way for the Mega Championship of AAA. I told y'all. Okay, before we go into some, I guarantee you that every promotion that's connected with WWE that is not WWE created, their championship is going to be around a WWE star. Serious business. I'm going to say this again. Santino just challenged. We knew Santino wasn't going to win the North American title. But think about it for a second. Just think about it. TNA has not won an NXT title. A AAA wrestler, meaning he's not signed to WWE, he's under AAA, will never hold a WWE title. It wouldn't surprise me that Dominic ends up becoming the AAA champion. Which really sucks because, well, not that it sucks he's going to become champ, but what about Alberto El Patron? I mean, he's one of the top heels. I hope he ain't left the company. He ain't got to be on WWE, but damn it. But because they have Vikingo, of course, he'd be on WWE TV. But it's interesting how Dominic Mysterio, Dirty Dom, who I'm going to have a long conversation about him tonight also, who has came into his own, is now about to win the Mega Championship. The AAA wouldn't surprise me to do that. Speaking about winning Mega Championships in Mexico, MJF won the light heavyweight, the middle heavyweight. Hold on, I gotta look. I gotta make sure look, because he won a belt from Alverno in CMLL. So there you go. And cut an amazing promo. So, hold on, let me do this quick, MJF, because he is currently the world light heavyweight champion. So, wow. I'm going to touch on AEW just a little bit in a minute. But, yeah. So don't be surprised. Back to my original point that I'm surprised that the only reason why the WBA took the TNA tag titles because the Hardys got them. And just for nostalgia purposes, I am looking forward to the match with them and the Dudley Boys. I'm just saying. So, what else happened outside of WWE that I need to touch on? Hold on, let me go to my Twitter real quick. Let's see. I haven't seen any MLW drops yet. Oh, hold on, wait a second. Here. No, but back to my point. I mean that there was just the two quick points I want to talk about, and then I'm going to get to AEW. I'm looking for. See, every time I actually need to find, God dang it. Here we go. Yes, I wanted to speak on ASE real quick. Don't forget ASE 11 will be going down September 6th in Charlotte, North Carolina. We will be having that four-way women's final. The Pan-African World Champion, Bishop Khan, will be in the buildings with Cedric Alexander. I think this might be the show where Darius Carter will be defending the ASE title against Dixon. I think that's the case. I know Ian Maxwell. Oh no, wait 1 second. I'm about to pull him up. When he actually has now challenged Cedric Alexander. I think I mentioned that before on the last show, but he actually dropped a nice little trailer to talk about that. Hold on, take a look here real quick. Take a look.
Your boy Fast as Hell, Ian Maxwell. The last month, I was able to be in the building for Return of the King, the match against Yaya and Cedric Alexander. They tore the house down. Now, while I was in the building, people are asking me, Maxwell, why aren't you booked? Why aren't you on the card? And then went and cut the promo or promos, dropped a pipe bomb on North Carolina, talking about he's disappointed in how we've left the North Carolina scene. No, if he's disappointed in Yaya, if he's disappointed in Darius, what does that mean about me? So then at this point, I'm not even brought up in his promo. I'm not even brought up in Cedric Lamar's control verse. I want to know, am I the afterthought? Have I been left off bad and bougie? Does it look like I've been left off bad and bougie?
Damn.
I was in ASE Vegas. Now, I might not have been in the title tournament. Fast as Hell was recovering from an injury, but I want to prove that I am the man I said I am. I want to prove that I am still Mr. 4-0, Mr. Undefeated. So I want to put a challenge out to Cedric for September 6th. Fast as Hell versus Prime Alexander. I'm right here. I want to prove who I am. You step up to me, and we can catch up.
There we go. So, as more matches are announced, I will let you know. I do know frontman Job will be going against Darius Lockhart. I didn't get to see the tournament match, but I heard that shit was a barn burner. So, all that good stuff. So, as more matches to be announced, I will announce them as well as I will do a preview for the final card. You know what I'm saying? So, period. And if they stream it, whether it's YouTube or they put it behind a paywall, motherfuckers, I will be streaming that son, bitch. I'll give you a live reaction as we watch ASE Pro Wrestling, you feel me? So now, let's go to AEW, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry for a little sputtering. And over top of my dome this week, we had Hangman and Jon Moxley one more again Very good match. Not surprised that Heyman retained. Darby, of course, made his presence felt, so we should be getting a feud with him and Mox at some point. Also, the interwoven of MJF with that contract looming, everything. Plus, he's dealing with the Hurt Syndicate. So, and it's just funny how when Sheldon, he came and knocked on the door for Sheldon, Sheldon said, "Bruh, you're done. You're out." So I'm curious about that situation, as well as FTR will be meeting this week, I think, the Bang Bang Gang, because Juice is back. He looks weird as fuck without his beard, man. I ain't even gonna front, but hey, it is what it is. But like I told y'all before, I'm expecting the Hurt Syndicate and them to face off at some point after this tournament is over, and FTR wins it. Also the Young Bucks, I believe, is in this tournament as well. I think they defeated the Outrunners to move forward. So, which is you still seeing them dealing with the fact that they're not VPs anymore, which is fucking hilarious. Oh, by the way, I'm only doing Dynamite because I didn't get to see Collision. You feel me? Toni Storm showed a chink in the armor this week because she actually got pinned by Athena in a tag match with Toni Storm and Alex Windsor versus Billy Starks. And actually like that Athena won. And the way that she won, because Billy was about to take the Storm Zero. And your girl came from out of nowhere with her with that stun off the top rope that she does. And I like that because we already know Athena is a credible threat, but to get a visible pin on the champ makes her even more credible. Just my opinion. Of course, Mark Briscoe. Plus, we talked about MJF. Let's have a real conversation real quick. Tony is doing some good booking. I know some of y'all motherfuckers are like bullshit. No, he is. Because I see his booking is he in the world, he has multiple storylines, but they're all connected and interwoven with each other. To where they can cross paths at any time, and if he chooses to switch streams, he can. Because MJF think about this, MJF is beefing with Mystico. Now the Hurt Syndicate. Because we seen the breakup of that. Also, you got Hangman Page because he got that contract, and he done pissed off one of them boys, Mark Briscoe. So Mark Briscoe got a victory over Ricochet, which was a very good match, and it was funny because the way they played the story was Mark Briscoe is so focused on getting his hands on MJF. And, Ricochet like, bro, what the fuck? You got me tonight. He felt a little shunned, you know what I'm saying? Very good match. Mark Briscoe, I see Mark Briscoe low-key been getting wins. Which I'm loving. Because Jay, we knew he was going to be a breakout single star because we saw that with Ring of Honor. And that was reluctantly. And I always felt Mark should. Actually, I was disappointed that they should have gave Mark a way better run at the Ring of Honor title than he had, in my opinion. So, I'm curious to see when him and MJF finally face off. Plus, on top of that, I keep telling y'all, MJF and FTR is about to be cool. We're gonna see a formation of the Pinnacle 2.0. And also I saw that Hammerstone, who I really love, said he would love to do a reunion of the Dynasty. I wish Tony brought them there because Richard Holiday is a beast. And then Hammerstone, just that dynamic, period. But either way, I can't wait to see Briscoe and goddamn. Out of all the beefs that MJF is having right now, the Briscoe and him is the most intriguing to me. And trust me, it's hot. You feel me? And then, of course, I see, and of course, I forgot about I ain't going to say poor Christian, but Christian gets standing crescendo. That's how I describe it. And I don't think they came up with a new name yet. You got Colt, who is beefing with FTR but can't touch him. And then you have Christian, who cut a marvelous promo. He is defiant, smug piece of shit, ain't he? I'm curious how they're going to get them to work together. Because is it going to be a situation of necessity, survival, tag titles? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So I'm curious how they're gonna fall, man. I'm trying to keep paying attention to it or what have you. Of course, Swerve took out the Young Bucks as well as Okada because I mentioned earlier the Young Bucks defeated the Outrunners, and the Young Bucks bumped into FTR. So, which did they just foreshadow FTR versus Young Bucks in the finals? You know what I love about FTR and the Young Bucks rivalry? At some point, at least once a year, we're going to get a Young Buck and FTR match. We're gonna get one. We're gonna get one. We'll get that. And I'm talking about they all are barn burners. So, and I damn sure looking forward to seeing Swerve versus Okada. Everything. So, and then of course, now Tekla, Sky Blue, and Julia Hart, they really interest me. They really do. They really interest me as a group. I'm looking forward to see what more they're going to do. I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen with these women's tag titles when they finally do it and all that good stuff. So, I didn't get to see what happened on Collision. Hold on. I'll just take a quick little look. What happened on Collision? Let's see. Because I didn't get to watch it. I'm just taking a look real quick. What I'll do, see, that's what I hate about Max is I got to pay extra just to see the backlog. Max, do better. Now I got AEW out the way. Talk a little bit about Ashe. Talk about a little tidbit of news that I heard that I like. Let's talk about SummerSlam. Now, on the whole, SummerSlam, let's be real. It's always good. The build may not be great, sometimes lackluster. But the show always hits. Yeah. Night 1, night 2, all that. So I liked SummerSlam. I enjoyed it. I watched both nights. I couldn't have focused on night 1 like I wanted to because I was dealing with some shit, which is a conversation for another day that ain't got shit to do with porn, wrestling, smoke that y'all don't feel like hearing about. So there you go. But Devin was focused in on this night. So I'm gonna begin with night 2. And then we'll work to night 1 or what have you. Brock is back. I kept hearing rumors that they were saying, yeah, The Rock might be showing up at SummerSlam. They said The Rock supposed to be. No, I think y'all got it wrong. Y'all should have put a B in front of the R. It was Brock Lesnar showed up in F5 the shit out of my boy John Cena. And trust me, I lost my noodle. I said, wow. And Brock looked like no different, actually, except for he got more hair. So what did this mean? And before I go any further, is he just back for the retirement match or one last match with John Cena? Or is he back? Because he back. My God. The booking. I already know where he's going to be inserted at automatically. After Seth Rollins, you might as well get ready. You will have a match with Brock Lesnar. Braun Breaker, you will have a match against Brock Lesnar. Actually, do not be surprised if you see Bronson Reed get F5 by Brock Lesnar. Because there's no love lost between him and Paul Heyman. And it wouldn't surprise me that you see him team up with the OTC, Roman Reigns. Actuality, I smell a Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and CM Punk 6-man tag match against the Brahms, and Seth Rollins. I see it coming. So, but that was after the main event, which was for the WWE Undisputed, Unified, whatever the hell it is, Championship. It's John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Now, can we have an honest conversation? This retirement tour has been, in my opinion, not the greatest one for John Cena. And Friday night kind of proved that, because I don't get to watch SmackDown. I just happen to see the clips. How you going to have him going into this match turn face on SmackDown? What was the purpose of him turning heel if he's not going to stay a heel till after SummerSlam? No. Now, I don't know if it was Triple H that made the decision or John Cena just had a long conversation with Triple H and The Rock and said, I'm really not feeling this heel shit. This is my last SummerSlam, man. I want to do this as me. Now, John Cena turning heel this past Friday does show to the power of his superstarness, because I don't think people cared for so much. Now, I haven't heard any of the wrestling pundits and commentators and podcasts like, what the fuck was that shit? That just shows you how much we love Cena. I mean, I just find it peculiar that he did it Friday. I was like, well, maybe it's just me being an old school wrestling guy. What was the point? It would have made more sense if he had did that during SummerSlam after he lost to Cody. He snatches the belt from the referee. He walks up to Cody, gives it to Cody, hugs Cody, and holds his hands up. Now, mind you, this was a street fight. And this was the first face versus face street fight I've ever seen. And I'm just going to say this was the match. This was the match of the night. At first, I thought it wasn't going to be that. I'll tell you who I thought it was going to be after of watching. But this was the match tonight. Cena looked like Cena. A lot of power moves, a lot of finishes. They both showed they was willing to do whatever it takes. Now, I ain't even gonna front. I would have loved if one of them got some color. Well, at least Cena. Especially if he got hit with the damn the ring rope, the metal piece on the ring rope that holds it to the post. But after a super Cody cutter through a table, which I'm gonna be real with you, that's some genius marketing. You have Slim Jim on the table, and so what, you were snapping into a Slim Jim with the table, or his table snaps like a Slim Jim. That's what you basically trying to say. But anyway, he finished it with a crossroads, 1, 2, 3. Then when Cody left, that when Brock came up. And I'm going to miss Cena. I mean, I know he got 4 more months. Cena is one of the greatest. It was fitting that he won the 17th title to get the record. And this match was damn good. I mean, the best match he had. Not ever, but in this run, in my opinion. Maybe because it was with Cody. Maybe because he became the old Cena. Because it was funny how he came out, it was the black, and they had the John Cena, then it just went straight to his old shit. He was like, hey, you ready to run one more? So I enjoyed that match a lot. I just found it crazy that this was a street fight with two faces. It was like, part of me was like, okay, is Cody about to turn heel? And don't get it twisted, both of them was faces. I mean, doing some heel shit. I mean, granted, it's a street fight, but yeah. And the other thing I love when they were trying to go through the ropes, we forget that street fights don't have rope breaks. Certain matches don't have a rope break. So when he got to the ropes, he literally had to crawl underneath the ropes and make Cena choke himself to break the hold. A lot of attention to detail in these matches, dog. I loved it. So we can expect Cena versus Brock in the next 4 months. Now, would it be in Perth? I don't know. But the other question is, we getting Brock full time? Are we getting Brock more? I'm just saying. We need more Brock. Right now, especially, oh my God, I'm just saying. So, all right. Now, where should we begin? Well, I guess we begin at the top of the show. The three-way dance for the women's world title. Naomi, Io Sky, Rhea Ripley. Um, the the women matches on this night was better. Hands down. You had, I love how it began where it looked like all three were going to be against each other. And then, like, Rhea and Io just happened to turn and look at Naomi like, bitch. And then Naomi gets out of the ring. She thinks she cool. Oh, no, they went out there and went and got her. And two, also, before I go any further, how cool was it that Naomi's dad was playing the guitar for her theme music? That should have told you he was retaining. And I told y'all she was going to retain. You feel me? So, there was a very good match back and forth. Naomi is really coming to her own as a fucking heel. Now, I'm trying to remember any time where she's a heel. But if she was, not like this. It wouldn't surprise me that she retains against Stephanie Verker. What ended up happening, once again, the story, Rhea has it won. She did a riptide to Io Sky off the top rope. Had the match won, but my girl Naomi comes in, rolls her up, and pulls her tights to get the 1, 2, 3. There you go. There you go. So I was, like I said, this match was a good match. Well paced, great storytelling. I'm not mad that Naomi retained, and I told y'all I feel that she should have a nice run. In my opinion, she should have a decent run with this title, especially with her being a heel. Because I'm sorry, her heel work is beautiful. Her heel work is beautiful, people. I'm just being honest. So, next up after that was a lot. The Wyatt Six versus Fracture versus Ray Phoenix and Andrade versus Street Profits. Okay. The whole tag team division of SmackDown in a tables, ladders, and chairs match. I ain't feel like to name off them motherfuckers. Okay. You're going to notice a theme from here. Outside interference like a motherfucker. Except for, I think, two of them. Two matches. But you're going to see outside interference in these next couple matches. It was a complete train wreck. It was tables, ladders, and chairs. Now, was it a bad match? Oh no! Did you hear who I named off? It was going to be a good barn burner. It was going to be athletic as fuck, because if you really want to look at it, this is a fucking minus Dawkins. This is a cruiserweight division. No, excuse me. Minus Dawkins in the Wyatt Six, this is mostly the cruiserweight division. So, yes, there was some high flying. Of course, Tommaso Ciampa, he did his thing, especially when he almost got the titles. This match was not bad, but what threw me off was when the girls got involved, which was funny because Candice LeRae comes out and Johnny tells her, go up the line and go get the belts. Now, never wonder why no one ever thought about ever putting that in there because technically there's no rules and it didn't say who gets the belts as long as they come down with it. So that means your homeboy can go up there and get it and pass it to you. So she goes up. B-Fab comes out. B-Fab, after taking out Candice LeRae, said she want to go up. And that sexy thing known as Nikki Cross popped up. And the bump that Candice LeRae took off that ladder in that sequence, she was down. And here's the other part. If you were paying attention, after the little spot where Johnny Gargano was looking to check on that he went and tried to get on the ladder, later on you notice when he ducked out, he went to go check on Wifey. First of all, I'm pretty sure her knee is fucked up. Because when she landed, she went through the ladder, knee first, landed on the ladder in the cement, knee first. I'm pretty sure they had to carry her ass up out of there. So, but the Wyatt, add to it, the pretty much everybody in the Wyatt Six got involved. Alcoholic and Eric Rowan, both of them got involved in the match. And it Wyatt Six retained the tag titles. So I didn't like the outside interference so much because you had so much already going on with these 6 tag teams. Actually, I think what it was more of a participation trophy match, kind of like when they do the Andre Memorial Battle Royal, because they felt bad because these guys didn't get on the show on WrestleMania, so they said, we're just going to put all y'all in this match here for the tag titles, so y'all won't feel bad, like on the GMO. I was in WrestleMania, and I would like to be in that pay-per-view. So, but it still was a good match, a good, time waster, filler, what have you. So, like I said, it's just that cat's rape on. Bro, that shit was nasty. Me personally, I read for the Wyatt Six to have faced somebody in an actual tag match. But it is what it is. But you did get to see that SmackDown has a tag team division that they're not really doing much with. So there you go. Next up, the Women's Intercontinental title. Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria. Now, this was about to be my match tonight. Serious business. This is about to be my match of the night. It was clunky at points. But when Becky Lynch zip-tied Shorty, amazing. Not the fact because you zip-tied it, but the sequence that went down while she was zip-tied. Becky was taking it to her, had her hung up to dry on the post when she was beating her with that damn kendo stick. Broke one on her damn stomach. Finally, she was able to get out of it. This match, when they talk about storytelling, to actions, all the moves was actually measured and made a point. So, interesting that Bayley was, I think she was, I don't know, YouTube or a video that they dropped, that she said she wasn't going to be a part of SummerSlam. She felt terrible. Well, right when Becky had Miss Lyra Valkyrie, dead to rights, but she was about to hit this poor girl with a crowbar. Bailey comes in. Okay, this told me something. What it told me is that whoever loses this match is going to have beef with Bailey. Yeah. Now I didn't remember what I predicted. I said who I think. No, I said Becky. I said I think Becky's gonna win. I didn't know how Bailey was gonna play a part in it, but something told me that she was gonna end up costing a lot back here. When she did, because she knocked the ass out with a chain. Because she began to beat the shit out of Becky Lynch. And which was crazy because the sequence where Becky, once she was able to put Bailey down for a second, and she just sat there at the table just for a second, just resting on the table, trying to catch her breath, but out of nowhere, Live Akira just put her face to the table. But this was a very, very good match. I'm not even going front. Brutal for it to be a women's match, actually. Pretty decent. Had some, brutal moments. I'm like, she was welling on back here with that wrench. I swear to God, I hope that wrench wasn't a real wrench, because I know. Wow. But Bailey cost Live back here. We already know about what happened with that. I'm curious to see who's going to challenge Becky for that belt. Who's next in line? And we're going for it. So I think next up after that is the cage match. Sara Secure versus Jacob Fatu. I told you I always hated WWE cage matches. I hate any cage match where you're able to escape. That's part of the ways you winning. No, the point of the cage is keep you in there till y'all settle y'all dispute. Like the Hell in a Cell, like a normal fucking cage match. But no, WWE wants it to be that you can escape. So, sweet and short, Fatu lost because of outside interference. Mateo slams the door in his face, allowing Sora Sokoa to walk out. I thought Jacob Fatu was going to get his title back, so I was wrong on this one. But I should have known because it's a cage match. Not the best way to protect your monster is put him in a WWE cage match where he loses because the motherfucker walked out of the cage. Now, at the end, of course, Fatu gets his, come up its back on Mateo, and I think one of the other guys, they got locked in the cage and barely just demolished him. But me personally, they should have did the Jimmy Snuka, Don Morocco finish, where some of you people that don't know, and old school people understand, it was a cage match for the Intercontinental title. Don Morocco was going against Jimmy Snuka. Jimmy Snuka was beating the living dog shit out of Don Morocco. And then at some point, he grabbed Don Morocco and throws him, but don't realize he thrown him towards the door, and he threw it into the door. The door opens up, and Don Morocco falls out. So he won by luck, which led to the most greatest iconic moment of all time, when Jimmy Snuka pulled that dumb son of a bitch back into the cage, closed it, beat his ass down, laid him out, and jumped off the top of the cage for a splash. They should have did the same thing. They should have had him beat that my boy Jacob Fatu was whooping his ass, and somehow, some way, he threw his ass into the cage. The cage side breaks down, and he rolls out and lands on the floor, and there you go. But it is what it is. I was just surprised, because I thought they were going to put the belt back on him. But Are we looking for Jimmy Uso to become United States champ? And okay, since apparently y'all want Solo Sikoa to be U.S. champ, I want to see what type of tie reign he's going to have. What have you? I'm pretty sure him and Jacob Fatu is going to be even more moving forward. So, and definitely want to see Tonga go against Jacob Fatu. I want to see Big Boy. I saw him. I saw him in the tag match, but I want to see him solo. You know what I'm saying? Because when he was in New Japan, beast. So, and next up, Rey Mysterio versus AJ Styles. Now, this is the 20-year anniversary of the match where it was I remember this to this day, actually. This is funny. I remember seeing the match. They had a storyline going where Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero had fell out. And Eddie kept claiming that Dominic was his son. That was storyline. And if you look at Dominic, he kind of do look like Eddie. I ain't gonna front. But excuse me, I'm sorry. So they had a ladder match to see who would win custody of Dominic. And guess what? Dominic went with, Rey Mysterio. Well, anyway, this 20-year anniversary of it. So, of course, Dominic comes out in a similar type getup that his dad had. And, well, AJ came out with the, riding the old school looking like Eddie Guerrero. Dominic won in Eddie fashion. He was able to AJ Styles had him in a leg lock. He unhooked his shoe. He unzipped his shoe. So AJ ended up pulling the shoe off. And when the referee was looking, Dominic hit him with the shoe and won. My favorite part of the match was when they do the Eddie shit with Dominic. He slammed the chair in the ring while the referee was looking. He slammed the chair and then threw it to AJ. He fell out like AJ hit him, right? AJ said, "Oh, hell no." AJ, goddammit, did the same thing, put the chair around his neck and fell out. Oh, I died out laughing. So, but Dominic defeats AJ Styles. I knew he wasn't going to lose because he's going into that, mega Triple A championship match 4-way. Dominic is coming to his own. He is becoming dirty. He is now Dirty Dom. Because that's the one thing about when you're a second generation or your dad's a wrestler. Your dad's a wrestler. What's what I'm looking for? Your dad's a wrestler. You want to kind of get out of his shadow. Like Cody kind of got out of Dusty's shadow. You feel me? And same thing with Dusty. Randy got out of his dad's shadow. And so forth. So Dirty Dog is becoming more and more that dude. I even noticed that he's gaining weight. He ain't just a toothpick. So I just find it funny that he is now, which I should have saw that coming, that he was gonna get pushed down in AAA, and there are a lot of the Mexican wrestlers that are up here, that's in the WWE, will be making trips to AAA. Don't trust or believe. So, I want to see, would Dirty Dom eventually be a face? Because we still got this breakup of the Judgment Day looming. So there you go. Let's see. And that's it for night one. For night two. Like I said, the main event was the match tonight. I'm sorry, I can't even see it no other way. Night two was definitely better, but that because Brock Lesnar showed up. So there you go. All right, now let's get to night one. Hold on. I do remember night one, but let's stop playing. I want to make sure that I want to hit all cylinders. Thank you. All right. All right. All right. Now, night one. We're going to begin at the top. Seth Rollins, I truly believe Seth Rollins was hurt. He wasn't hurt to the level that we thought. He might have tweaked his knee or what have you. They were like, he just don't need to do anything strenuous until SummerSlam. And I'm pretty sure you're not going to see him do too much. Well, if he has a match on Raw, then yeah, it's bullshit. But if he don't wrestle for a couple of weeks, yeah, he had an injury. It just wasn't as severe as we thought. But Seth Rollins cashes in his Money in the Bank on CM Punk, who defeated Gunther to become the World Heavyweight Champion for all of 20 minutes. Now, let's begin with the match first. Match of the goddamn night. It was actually, in my opinion, match of the weekend. Gunther and Punk gave us a wrestling match. This match was great, okay? It gave us a heel and it gave us a face. Gunther, overconfident heel, playing with his food. Punk, fighting from underneath. No matter what Punk did, that big son bitch was shutting him down. Them chops, everything else. And for the first time, Gunther was busted open. And the story was told that Gunther couldn't handle seeing his own blood. And Punk took advantage of it, catching him with 2 go-to-sleeps. This match was good as fuck, man. I'm sorry. It's psychology-wise, all that shit. I knew Punk was going to win. I wouldn't have been mad if he had lost. That's why he won. Because my thought process was, you want Punk to be champ, so when your boy Seth Rollins come back, he can cash in on him. So, of course, Punk wins the title match. He emotional. And then Seth Rollins' music hit. He's on crutches. Got a knee brace. I said, oh, so he came out to let him know, oh, bro, glad you champ. Just remember, I got the contract. So he about to leave. Then we're talking about the Bret Hart. When Bret Hart pretended like he had a broke leg or he was hurt. Or he was hurt. I can't remember what happened. I remember Kevin Nash did that before. He pretended like he had a broke leg. My boy took the knee brace off. tore his shirt open, ran down there, cashed it in. Curve stopped later. He's the world heavyweight champ. So Raw is about to be lit tonight. as if y'all watching it right now. I'm recording this after SummerSlam. That's why my ass yawning. Raw gonna be lit. Because I am very curious about one, when we're gonna get Punk and Seth. And the other part of this, you still got Roman Reigns looming in the background. And y'all do realize LA Knight has a pinfall victory on Seth Rollins. Smoke that over. So Raw is gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward to watching that bitch tomorrow. So now, as you know, either the tribal chief is going to open or he's going to close. So since he wasn't closing, he opened. He had a wonderful tag match with him and Jimmy Uso against Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Let's just say, I didn't know how athletic Bronson Reed was until that motherfucker did a super, whatever the fuck they call that shit, through the ropes onto both Roman and Jimmy. Braun Breaker showed up and showed out. Good chemistry between the four from watching the match. And Roman showed a different side. Roman took the bullet for Jay. And then Jay ended up getting the victory with a pin on Bronson Reed with a splash. So, will we be seeing Braun Breaker versus Roman? Very soon. It was already the seeds was already sown when the boy said, I'm the big dog now. Sound like Roman. And I'm looking forward to that match. So, if they're going to continue Jimmy Uso versus Bronson Reed, I'm curious to see what's going to happen with this triumvirate moving forward. And if they're going to add a fourth, are we getting a 6-man tag match anytime soon? You know, once again, everybody hates Seth because Seth got a lot of enemies watching, right? We had the women's tag team championship matches. Judgment Day defended. Rachel Raquel and Roxanne Perez defended the titles against Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss are your new tag champions. Now, I thought it was going to fall apart when Alexa Bliss accidentally knocked the living dog shit out of Charlotte Flair. And I thought Charlotte Flair was going to get her receipt back, but no, she made sure that Miss Rodriguez couldn't get involved in the pinfall. I thought Judgment Day was going to retain. But I like that Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair got the belts and they won. I think this is going to set up down the line a feud between them at some point. And two, I hope one thing I can say about the Judgment Day girls, they brought some legitimacy to those tag titles. I think Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, and mind you, I don't ever remember Charlotte Flair ever being tag champ. I don't think. I don't feel like looking it up right now. Put it in the comments. So, the match was damn good. Damn great, to be honest with you. Let me tell you something. All the women's matches on this show was fucking good. Okay? Damn good. So we got new tag champs, and we move on from there. I ain't gonna stay on this one too long. Sami Zayn gets his lick back as he defeats Karen Cross. To prove that he is a good person. The big high point was when Scarlett Bordeaux tried to Sammy. I'm about to say Hammy. I'm sorry. Sammy, the pipe that hit Karen, which he didn't. And everyone thought Karen Cross was going to get the win. No. Sammy was, when they booked this, I already knew Sammy was going to win. Cross already got a victory on him. Cross put him out for a minute. You're trying to push Sammy to become champ at some point. No, he's not going to take a loss. And Karen can take a loss. I just hope they do something with Karen Cross and give him a big push. Hell, have him go after the Intercontinental title. Hell, if you really want to go there, have him go after Obafemi. Take him down to NXT for a second. Let him breathe. You feel what I'm saying? But he got the Intercontinental title. I would like to see him in more high-profile feuds, some high-profile feuds, and him win them. You feel me? So, there we go. Next up, remember I told you I said the match that I never said that I wanted? Maybe because, let's just be real, everybody had real low expectations for this match. So that's why they decided that. No, I'm sorry. I jumped. No, I'll go ahead and do this now, and then I'll go back to the women's match. Low expectation. That's why everyone said it exceeded expectation. And that is Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul defeated Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. The highlight of the match was Logan Paul put Jelly Roll through a table. As they were double teaming Orton, Jelly Roll looks back and he does the James Brown, they might put a cape on him. And he gets back in the ring, he does his thing, clothesline, he does a black hole slam and so forth. But it ends with Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre getting the win. Now, I thought they were going to let Jelly Roll win. But I'm glad they didn't, because Jelly Roll, I don't know if he's going to come back and wrestle. Is he going to go full time or what have you? While Logan Paul, even though he is a celebrity, is a full-time wrestler. So why would you have your full-time celebrity wrestler take a pin or lose to the guy that's just going to be there for one match? So I wonder, is Drew and Randy Orton going to continue feuding? Is it going to be Logan Paul and Randy Orton going to feud? Some tell me Logan Paul going to disappear for a second and we're going to get Randy and Drew. Okay? There we go. So, Timothy Stratton defeats Jay Cargill. I was shocked because, and to be honest with you, I think majority of wrestling fans was shocked because people thought that Jay Cargill was about to win the belt. They thought she was about to win the title, dog. She was the favorite in this. Like if it was when Vegas did their betting odds, trust me, it was her. Tiffany Stratton. Dang. Now, people ask the question, what's going to happen to Jay Cargill move forward? There's room to get a second match because when Jay Cargill hit the Jaded, right? Out of excitement, she rolled up Stratton so much and so hard and pulled her so far back that her legs, she accidentally placed one card legs on the rope. So it wasn't like Stratton strategically did it. So she had the match won. She just was overzealous. Kind of same situation in NXT when Ciampa defeated Braun Breaker the first go around. Rookie mistake. It was a pretty good match. But the real conversation here is it time for Jay to become champ? Because if you say this is the best match that Jay had in WWE, I'm just saying. Tiffany Stratton is a damn beast. Okay, same situation like I said with Toni Storm. Do y'all really want to take the belt off her? And like I said, I think her and Jay Cargill are going to have a second match. Just the way things feel, I think they are. But Jade did her thing. Jade is she's that female she don't need to do a lot. It's about her power. That's it. She's gonna have a simple moves. She should have a simple move set. She don't need to do much. But she tried to do that Jade off the top rope, made a mistake, and then Triple Stab was able to kick her off the top rope, and she landed the most beautiful moonsault ever. And Tiffany Stratton is now champ. So, like I said, it's crazy as fuck that it'd be funny if Jade bumps into Naomi and Naomi like, I'm champion, you're not, bitch. Actually, it wouldn't surprise me that Raw starts off with CM Punk coming to the ring. He wants Seth to come out, and Drew comes out. And Drew teases him for going through what happened a year earlier. When Drew won the title, Punk took him out and set up Priest to cash in. I can hear him now. Punk, how does it feel? Remember when you did it to me? How does it feel to have your greatest moment snatched from you? Yeah, that's gonna be interesting though. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on Raw. Other tidbit notes for WWE. I'm loving the Sheamus and Rusev beef. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. You know, like my man Sheamus said, banger after banger after banger. So, I'm trying to think. Oh, other quick notes. Congratulations. We do now finally have WWE ID men and women's champ. The women's champ is Kylie Ray. Congratulations to her. And the men's champ is Cappuccino Jones. So now what this means that they will be defending these titles on the indies. So like I told you, the initiative that WWE been having when it came to doing the independent wrestling and having, you know, their style of wrestling there or what have you. Well, now they got a traveling champion to go with that. So I'm wondering if the WWE ID titles will appear on Evolve, because all these people are Evolve wrestlers. So I'm curious about that. Also with Evolve, damn it, what's that damn girl name? Hold on. The biggest note. I want to say the girl name right. We have. Let me see. All right. Let's see. Oh, damn it. Well, I'm trying to see the girl name. Damn it. Tyler. Jen Tyler. That's her name, Jen Tyler. I'm looking forward to seeing her go against the difference maker. And also their women's division, their women's title main event picture is stacked, yo. It's stacked. Keanu Tarver defeated Legacy, which kind of surprised because I thought they were gonna have Legacy win, but I want to see where they're gonna take Tarver, and he's gonna eventually go against Carson Drake. I don't know. So, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start trying to. I mean, I've watched Evolve. Don't get it twisted, but I'm gonna try to make sure to take mental notes of what went down, so that I can talk about it a little bit more with y'all. So, SummerSlam on hold was great. I loved it. I enjoyed it. Wrestling is beautiful, baby. I told y'all, this is, when they talk about the golden era, no, fuck this. This is the era of professional wrestling. This is the best era of professional wrestling because it's just so much to see and so much to watch. So I'm done. I have nothing else to give. So, like I said before, people don't forget, please subscribe. If you're looking for risque podcast content, I got you. On Loyal Fans, the place where the conversation gets saucy, the dicks pop out, dildos might pop out. You don't know what pop off unless you subscribe. I'm talking about the Premium Smoke Room on Loyal Fans, as well as check out my Spotify memberships where I have my 2 shows. Had the Smoke on it, where I give my unapologetic opinion and commentary, unpopular opinion, and all that good stuff on different topics and such, as well as Savage Smoke, where I talk to the industry's top male talents and producers about the business, and we give you that real smoke from a male perspective. I also got it right now. Speaking about that, smoking on the movies, and I'm right now. I have reviewed Shadow of Trust, which has been produced by Red Bottom Productions, which starred Dante Biggs, Cali Caliente, Angela Love, Zoe Fox, Slim Polk, as well as, I can't think of the other dude's name. But anyway, yes. Y'all go check it out. Please do. It's out now as we speak at Adult Video Empire as we speak. So I'm out of here. You know how I end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over. We out. Talk to y'all next week.
Don't go to bed with no price on your head. No.
Yeah. Bullshit. You.
Don't do the crime.
Born rap star.
What's up? It's your boy Drizzy Drake, and you are now rocking with Pain.
Live on the stage, back on my shit. Now I'm beating dick to a point day. Back on my rap shit, no rap shit. Can't say shit. Just trying to be hood, but not dead, you dick. Your boys can't watch from the sideline. As I get mine like a rip tide. Don't get carried by the rock side. As I try to get my broke days like apartheid. South Africa. Top spot, I'm coming after your laughter. For the boys who thought it was safe after I left the game. Now I'm back at the game, ain't a damn thing changed. Still the same, the only thing that changed, I got some gray in my veins. I'm still the champ, I'm still the shit. Y'all just the shit, not even worth a comment.
Don't go to bed with no price on your head. No.
What's up? It's your boy Drizzy Drake, and you are now rocking with Pain.
Yeah.